You're listening to the Global Countdown first broadcast on the briefing on the 12th of September.
It is time now on the briefing to go and have a look and have a listen at the world's most interesting music. And who else to ask? Fernando, Augusto, Pacheco with the Global Countdown. Hello, Faye.
A pleasure to be here, and this time to talk about a region, Emma, not a specific country.
Yeah, this is a bit of a quiz, isn't it? What is this... Before telling us who it is this the only region in the world which is a sort of a multinational group of countries, of charts which are sort of mixed up and mashed up together to bring with one single countdown?
From my understanding, yes, that's quite unique because, of course, you have some regional charts or specific charts, but from like a group of countries, I never seen it before, an official one I'm talking about.
So where are we talking about, Faye?
We are talking about the MENA region, which encompasses the Middle East and North African countries. And the reason, I guess, they have their own official chart, I mean, of course, the countries are different, but there are some cultural similarities. So perhaps, if you're big in Egypt, you might be big in the UAE and vice versa as well.
And one would expect a sort of a shared, rather diverse group of different countries and different voices all bringing together for the top 5. It's not quite like that, is it?
Well, it's funny because we're going to start number 5 with Lady Gaga.
Who's not from MENA.
It's not from MENA.
Neither's Bruno Mars.
And neither's Bruno Mars. But you know what? They enjoy a decent ballad. We were talking about this song. There's nothing wrong with this track.
They love a good ballad in Abu Dhabi.
Exactly. Shall we have a listen? And number 5, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Die With A Smile.
Since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, if the world...
Go on.
It made me think, Emma, because Lady Gaga, she changed, clearly. We were talking about her. I wonder if her first hits would be big in the region as well, which is conservative, we can
Possibly
say that.
might raise a few more eyebrows.
Exactly, but this time she changed. Now she performs in Las Vegas. She's an actress as well. But that's why maybe she lost some fans but gained new ones as well.
I mean, I'm a bit of a sucker for Bruno Mars, given the fact that sort of everything that he does sort of adds this sort of like almost liquid element to his songs, and you can absolutely see how wherever you are in the world, then a bit of Bruno and a bit of Gaga is going to make you sort of stop in your tracks and go, yeah, this is a good listen. This is a juicy, lovely listen.
I agree. But don't worry, we do have some artists from the region, from the MENA region, and a very interesting one at number 4.
Yes. And again, you were saying that, we would expect a nice big mishmash of different countries. We have this gentleman is... Am I giving the game away?
You're giving away too much.
You're
giving away too much. I'm joking.
Faye, where are we going for number 4?
Number 4, an Egyptian artist. He is great. There's so much to talk about him. But let's have a listen first. His name is Too Late, and the song is called Why Don't You Just Come By? Let's have a listen.
حبي زي الشمس وانتي القمر بالليل ما تيجي عدى عليك سيبي كل حاجة بعدين حبيبي فيش وقت كل يوم بيعدي خسارة علينا ده شيء مش عادي من يوم ما شفتك وانتي ما
Delicious track.
I'm so messed up by that one. It's like the Gypsy Kings meets Cairo on a sort of Thursday afternoon. What's happening here? In a moment we have to address what he looks like, which is actually almost more important than what he sounds like. But that's a mishmash again.
And you know why? You mentioned the Gypsy Kings there. This song apparently is a celebration of 90s Egyptian pop. Egyptian is a music powerhouse in the region. All the big pop stars come from there. And this song, even his videos, we're going to talk about it a bit more, they're very nostalgic, even the cinematography of it. So it's also very gentle. But we need to talk about...
you might be over-egging the production values a touch there, Faye.
I always over-egg things. I have this problem. But, let's talk about his looks. He does wear a crochet, kind of mask, balaclava,
yes.
some would say.
Yes. So everybody, go and have a look at Too Late. I think it's spelled Tulate. the number 8 TE. TUL, number 8 TE. You need a couple of minutes by yourself to have a look at this gentleman, because he's obviously positioning himself as quite a bit of the romantic hero, because his videos do have him whizzing around on his moped, leather jacket on, mystical, underneath his girlfriend's window, looking at a large ice cream sundae, playing a CD player. I mean, this is a guy who really looks after his image. The bit that no one can miss is, as you say, he's wearing a balaclava.
Yes.
But it's not a very menacing balaclava. It's a crocheted balaclava, almost as if he'd asked his nan to knit it for him so that he could get in with his girlfriend, who, I don't know. It looks as if someone had told him that this girl would really go for him if he were a balaclava knitted by his nan.
It's a chic balaclava,
It's not chic, Faye.
Well, but there's a charm to it. His leather jacket, he's carrying a rose. I'm going to defend Too Late here,
I'd forgotten about the rose.
Exactly.
I do apologise.
Don't forget the rose.
Never forget the rose.
But there will be more Too Late in the charts.
So a gentleman rocks up on under your window in a kind of Romeo and Juliet sort of thing, and he's on his moped. He's just finished his pizza delivery. He turns up underneath your window, leather jacket, a la 1980s. It's all a bit sort of like, would like to be Tom Cruise in Top Gun. Then he has the single red rose and the crocheted balaclava. Are you opening the door to him, or are you calling the police?
I'm opening the door.
Good man.
Oops. But
Right.
Let's go to number 3. It's another international artist. I'm a big fan. It's Billie Eilish with Birds of a Feather, and there's an interesting story about the song after we listen to this clip.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's even better. And I don't know what.
Another very gentle ballad here, Emma. And you know what I think it's interesting? This time the fans have all the power. This song, which is one of the biggest hits from her latest album, was not meant to be a single. But when the album was released, suddenly fans were more interested in this track than the singles she released, like the song Lunch. And I agree, it's a beautiful track, and it translates to everyone.
There's something quite interesting about Billie Eilish's popularity in the MENA region, given the fact that Billie Eilish is an artist who absolutely goes against female stereotypes. The way she changes her image, the way she plays with her image, and the way she exhibits profound inner strength, which is inspiring a generation of young women, and actually sort of says you don't need to conform to stereotypes, you can be who you can be. It's an interesting thought that she's actually doing incredibly well in a region which does have quite traditional values.
Agreed. And that's why I like looking at the music charts. It breaks stereotypes. Some people have no idea that those artists would be actually in the top 5 in the country.
Let's go back to breaking stereotypes.
Let's go back to breaking stereotypes. And this is the video where Too Late is having a sundae. I'm not sure if he's eating, because then he would have to remove his balaclava, and he can't really do that.
No,
because
you could give him. You said that you had a straw in your drawer that you'd fly over to Cairo for him.
I would be happy to do that. But let's have a listen to Too Late with My Love. Let's have a listen.
تسألني حاسس بإيه وأكيد في إجابة في دماغي مش حاسة ولا إيه هقولها وابقي قوليها لي كلمة حبيبي باينة في عينيك.
He found the drum machine in the back of his mum's cupboard.
Beware, I might be adding this to the Monocle playlist.
Okay.
Just so you know. But the interesting thing is he doesn't give interviews. I might send him an interview request, but he's mysterious.
He is.
All the Egyptian press, they're looking, who is actually Too Late? Everybody wants to know the man behind the crochet kind of balaclava, carrying a rose and wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah. Millions of people looking like that. I mean, you indistinguishable from any other human being on earth, sticking out like a sore thumb. And that's Too Late, and that's called Habibi. But Habibi spelled Habeeby in an unusual way. Okay, so Too Late's dominated the charts. Too late for number 1?
It's not too late for number 1, and we're heading to Saudi now. This is another very powerful ballad. I will translate some of the lyrics after we hear this. It's the young singer, he's only 29, Ayad with Lama. Let's have a listen.
لا تغرك كثرة مزوحي وضحكي والله ان قلبي لغيرك ألف مرة جيت لك شايل شعوري وارجع بنفس الشعور.
Ayed, just translate a little bit of that for us, would you please?
By God, I have never opened my heart to anyone but you.
Thank
I came to you.
Sorry, is that the lyrics, or are you just being lovely?
I came to you 1,000 times, carrying my feelings. I love Ayed. I'm in a romantic phase, so very good.
I've never known you not in a romantic phase. That's
Did
never
you enjoy
been
Ayed?
He's all right. He's obviously going at it with his ears back in terms of his declaration of love. A worthy number one for Mina, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. You know what? I think Too Late could have been an even worthier winner, but the problem with Too Late is got too many hits, so the love is spread out.
Never too late.
Exactly.